everybody. Welcome to Make an Impact Monday. I'm Lori Joy, and thank you for being here live with me today. I am excited to be back in my rented office space with you today to talk about the 5 things you need to successfully launch a bootcamp. Before we dive into all of this, first of all, let me tell you, you have all in this group said, one way or another, you are interested in launching a business, finding more ideal clients or the right actual clients for you, selling your business, whether that be your network marketing products or whether that be your programs, your amazing programs that not enough people know about. Just gonna adjust my thing here. And this has been a game changer. 5-day boot camps have been a game changer for my business. Now, way back when, 11 years ago, when I first started online, I did boot camps hit and miss throughout the years. And it wasn't until I had this moment of COVID clarity where I actually had I had to look back and I had to see what was I doing when my business was most successful. And the one thing that I was doing was 5-day boot camps. They're engaging. People love them. You're live. I love teaching, right? That's my background. And so doing this, I thought, what if we just did 5-day boot camps for an entire year? What if I just did 5-day boot camps for an entire year? Where would my business be? A lot of us want a 6-figure business plus. And at the time, I did not have a 6-figure business, but less than a year, we had put, enough launches on the calendar for a year, less than a year. That's exactly what we had was a 6-figure business. And this is attributed to the 5-day boot camp. Now, if you're here live, say hello. Who is part of my team live? Ask any questions while I'm here, either live or if you're watching #team replay, you're on the replay, make sure that you're coming in here. And if you're spending the time to be with me, ask me some questions. Let's clarify the boot camp for you. Because we're in summer mode right now, but going into Q4, this particular year, you want to have a great 5-day bootcamp in place prior to your offer. And all this means, hi, Mary, great to see you. All this means is that you can call it a bootcamp, you can call it a challenge, you can call whatever it is that you want to call it. The fact of the matter is that it's a beautiful 5-day experience prior to offering your incredible business. That's the breakdown of it. And there are key things that you need in order to have a successful bootcamp. There are key things, and that's what we're going to go with today. Now, if you don't have your free guide, I'm going to share it on the screen today. We're going to walk through it. This is where you can go, lorijoy.com/bootcamp guide free in order to download and get this bootcamp. This guide. You just put your email in, and then we'll send it to you. We have to know where we have to send it. So you have to put in your email and your first name. It's an 18-page guide where I walk you through, I think, the best things you have to have inside of a bootcamp. And there are a lot of mitigating factors, but when you're starting, what we're doing here is we're keeping it simple. We're keeping it simple so that you can deliver this particular bootcamp with ease. So it's literally what I'm doing here, going live inside of a Facebook group and having your content. All right. So this is where you can go to get this particular free guide. We are going to talk about 3 things today. There are 5. Next week, I'm going to do another one because of the entirety that we need. Like, I really want to delve into it. So I'm going to continue the 5 over the next couple of Mondays, but we're going to talk about a winning strategy. Not only do you have to have your bootcamp all figured out, but where are you taking your people after? And I'll be honest with you, I see a lot of my clients missing the mark with this. They're so worried about the bootcamp that when it comes to the after portion where we're leading people, there's a disconnect. And this is where this has to be kind of clarified, because what we do is actually we take this winning strategy, which is your offer, and we backwards design your bootcamp. So that's one of the things I want to talk to you about today. One of the next key things I think that you need is engagement. So ladies, if you're just meeting me, I come from an education background where I was a teacher and a university professor for more than 20 years before I became a full-time entrepreneur. And I'll tell you, I have had to work with the toughest, right, teenagers, the toughest audience. And I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve to engage an audience because I'm a professional speaker on stage as well. So when you are doing these types of presentations, whether it's on a stage, in a Zoom, in a challenge, live, it doesn't matter. You need to engage your people. And so I'm going to share with you very simple, but not to be overlooked engagement pieces and why they work. And then we're going to end today's training with talking about your perfect pitch. This is what I see. A lot of women spend a lot of time creating their offer. They have a beautiful program or they have an incredible network marketing business that they want to share. And then they build a beautiful boot camp and they're worried about the content. They want to give so much value. And then it comes time to actually invite the right people into your program. And the pitch is not there. The pitch is not strong. The pitch is your invite. And we here at Launch It Live Academy, and what I teach my ladies is we don't invite everybody to work with us. We invite the right people to work with us. And I'm going to go into this perfect pitch and all the elements that you need so that you're not just like, so I have a great program and I'd love for you to join. Okay, and I've actually seen that. I've actually seen 5-day boot camps and all of this value given, and the pitch is less than a minute. That's not what we want. If you're going to put that much time into building an incredible offer and then a high value boot camp, you need to take the time to invite the right people in, and we'll talk about that. All right. So let me share with you. This is the resource that we have today. And again, you can get it here if you don't have it already. So lorijoy.com/bootcamp guide free. And it is about 18 pages, and I'm going to walk you through a winning strategy, engagement, your perfect pitch. So if you are ready and you have your download, you can just follow along with me here today and then get it after. I'll put this particular link in the comments too. But if you're excited, if you know that a boot camp is something that you can handle and do, which I believe all of you can, because again, it's simple. You don't have to have bells and whistles. We can just keep it simple. This is where you can get this particular guide. So let's go through it today. So what I want to do is, you'll see that we have what's inside. Let's talk about a winning strategy. All right. So with a winning strategy, what's going to happen is, as I mentioned, you have to know where you are taking your people. So a lot of you here have never done a boot camp, or some of you have done boot camp and it hasn't been profitable, or some of you are doing boot camps and you need to scale to, a couple of $100 to a couple of $1,000 to a 10K launch, right? Which is totally doable. So everybody can do a boot camp, but not everyone can have a profitable one. So here's how you can make sure that you're having a successful launch using your 5-day boot camp. And this winning strategy page is going to walk you through it. So who here has their free guide? You can just put your favorite emoji in the comments. Let me see who is here, who has their pen and paper and their notes and they're ready to go. So I want you every Monday when I come here at noon Eastern, I want you to walk away and be able to take this training and put it directly into your business. I want you. That's why we call it Make an Impact Monday. I'm not here to blow fluff up or smoke up your ass, as I often say, right? Hey, Mary. But I'm here to take you through the process. So if you're going to take the time to be here with me, I am going to give you something that you can walk away with today and change your business. These particular strategies can really clarify for you and get you excited, I'm hoping, to do a 5-day boot camp. Now, knowing exactly where you're going to lead your people is a game changer. So some ladies will come into my academy and they'll be like, Lori, I'm really, really waiting, and they want to build their boot camp right away. And I say, let's just pause here. Let's put on the brakes. Tell me, what is the offer? Where are you taking your people? What is going to happen after the boot camp? And a lot of them will say, well, they're coming into my network marketing business, or they're coming into my program. And I need to know that that particular offer comes with a strategy. We are all about the strategy here in this particular training, but especially inside of my academy. There's no reason for you to be doing something without a strategy attached to it. And the more strategic you can become in your business, the more profitable it will become. You'll trade strategy for doing something as a hobby. And so when you're planning your boot camp, ladies, and you're mulling it over in, this summer, and you're getting ready to do one in Q4, which I highly recommend that you do, then I want you to place a strategy to your offer. So if you're in network marketing, right, you have the products and you have everything done for you by your company, which is beautiful. You're not creating anything, you're not building anything out. It's there for you and it's done. But you have to be able to stand out from the sea of other people doing network marketing. And how is your offer, what you're going to offer your people after you do your 5-day boot camp, how is that going to be different from everybody else doing your network marketing business? And one of the things I like to teach my ladies, and I want you to think about today, is your ideal client. So think about if you had a circle and inside was your ideal client. Around here is what you're going to put inside your bootcamp to attract your ideal client. Now, I know this is hard for some of my network marketing ladies, and I really do have to, convince and cajole some of my ladies to do this, but I want you to niche down with just a couple of products. So you become known for those couple of products to draw in the ideal client. So for example, if your network marketing business has weight loss and muscle gain and energy and sleep and anti-aging, pick one. Pick one that draws in the ideal client that you want to work with. So we're strategically thinking about who it is we want in our business. Then I would do your boot camp around those particular products, because once they come into your business, someone might come in with weight loss, right? They might be, I want to lose weight. Once they come in and they get what it is that they want, that eases that ideal pain that they have at that moment, you have a lifetime to share the plethora of other products that you have in your network marketing business. You cannot inundate your people. Hi, Karen Coleman. You cannot inundate your people. Karen Coleman is a perfect example. I'm going to use you, Karen, as an example. So Karen comes from an incredible network marketing company, right? That just happens to be the same as mine. And so I love that when Karen came in, I told her, I said, Karen, listen, who is your ideal client? What is the one thing that you want to focus on? And she picked an ideal client. And then she picked a complementary product that went with that ideal client. And she did her boot camps over and over and over again in order to draw in those clients. Now, when they come in for the product that Karen is sharing, like I said, you have a lifetime to share other products with them. You have a lifetime. You do not have to inundate your people with all the products and all of the things that your network marketing business can do. You just can't. I want you to stand out in your niche, in your network marketing business, and pick your ideal client and pick your products, complementary products to go with it. So that's a strategy that I teach and actually delve into inside the academy. Those of you that are program creators, this is the same thing for you. You're going to choose again in that inner circle, who is your ideal client? What's the one solution that you offer through your program? And then we take that and we backwards design our 5-day boot camp. That makes sense. So you want to know, where are you taking your people after? It's not just into your business. It's not just into your program. Think about and lead with the solution. So what is the solution that you offer to your people? And then I want you to put your 5-day boot camp before that and cater to that pain point. So for mine, it's 5-figure launching, right? That is the big picture of what we want our women to be doing, is 5-figure launches using 5-day boot camps, which once you get going and have a content and have a boot camp that converts with content that converts, which we're going to talk about today, it's a very simple process. So what I want you to think about is, where do you want to take your people? What's the solution that you're going to offer? And then come into your 5-day boot camp and build that out. When you have a winning strategy, right? This is what's going to happen. And you'll see here on this page down at the bottom, it talks about, and it says, be sure that each day of your boot camp builds on the other. This is a momentum builder, right? That's why it's such a beautiful process. It's just you going live, showing up, giving massive value, giving before you ask for the sale. And there's nothing wrong with asking for the sale. It's how you build your business. It's how you build your lifestyle. And it's how you help your ideal client. And I just want a little side note here, because I could do a whole live on this. Your ideal client is someone who is actively looking to buy your solution. I'll often tell that to my ladies. There's a lot of people who are out there saying to, especially network marketers and program creators, I'd love to do what you do, or I'd love to have what you have, but I just can't afford it. Those are not your ideal clients. The people who you want in your business are people who are actively looking for your solution. Okay. All right. So let's go on to, and you'll see here, I walk you through this whole momentum piece. And then I give you a worksheet where you can actually start to clarify your strategy, what I just talked about for your business. So whether you're in network marketing or whether you're in or building a program of your own, you want to know what your big promise is that you're going to deliver in your boot camp. And then you can break it down and actually do some brain dumping and some thinking on this particular worksheet. Okay. Now we're going to talk about engagement. Engagement is huge. Engagement is key. You will see me engaging with you as much as I can, right? My phone is right here in front of me. I can see your comments. I can see who comes on. I can see who's asking questions. I can see when you're posting your emojis. I can see who is here. And I want you to know that when I am live, I'm here to answer your questions, and I'm here to give this particular training to you, right? And if you tell me what your business is, then I can incorporate it. Just like when Karen jumped on, I know Karen, I know her business, I know her everything about her business and what she's looking to engage. So when she comes on, I can speak to Karen, and I can use her as an example to help all of you. Okay. Having done, I don't know how many thousands of speaking gigs over my 20 plus years in my education sector and being a professional speaker and being online and coaching with all of you, engagement is key because you're doing a live boot camp. Now, a lot of us get really weirded out when it comes to going live. It's all about mindset, and you really have to shake that, because it's not about you. It's not about you going live and being nervous. What it is about you serving the people who need your help. So I will often ask during my boot camp, and I'll ask you ladies who are on live or the replay right now, on a scale of 1 to 10, you have either products or a program that can help your people. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how badly do you want to share this with more people in the world? 1 being a few, and 10 being millions, right? Massive amounts of people, so that you can start to change your lives. For me, it's a definite 10. If I have something that's working, not only for me, but for my clients, if I'm not already having 5K launches, but my clients are as well, I want more of you, right? Carmen is skincare. Excellent. Tammy says a 10. Beautiful. This is what we want. We want engagement in the comments. And I'll tell you, it's a double-edged sword, ladies. The reason you want engagement is because then people feel, Mary says a 10, people feel that you're actually speaking to them, right? And engaging with them as opposed to just speaking at them. There's a big difference from an interactive engagement to just one where you're just like pop, 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 and telling people about your content and walking people and speaking people through your boot camp. There's a big difference. And I'll tell you, these, you might think these are really simple pieces of engagement. They are the best ones that I have used in my 20 plus years of being a teacher and university professor, and then online coach. These are not to be overlooked. All right. So the first one you can see if you have your freebie in your hand, or if you have, if you're looking at it off the screen, is people's names, using people's names. Now, when you are doing your boot camp, you can, I have my phone right here, right? And it has the live, I can see myself on it, and I can see when you're making comments. And I have it up here beside me on my computer. It doesn't matter. When people are engaging with you and coming on, you want to acknowledge them using their names. There's a thing about teachers. If any of you have teachers in your lives, you can let me know by putting me in the comments if you know a teacher, if you have a family or a friend who's a teacher. The very first thing we do as teachers, and I've used this myself, and I teach the kids or the adults who want to be teachers. That's what I do at the university. Is learn your kids' names. So when kids come into the room and they're sitting in their seats, the very first thing we get them to do is fill in a seating plan. And then we all go home that night and we look at that seating plan with that picture, and we get to know that child's names, because the next day I want to be saying, excuse me, hey, you in the red, over there. I want to be able to say, hey, Mary, hey, Tammy, right? I want to be, hey, Karen. I want to be able to say your name because it catches your attention. And when you use people's names during your boot camps, they will appreciate it. They will think, wow, she's live. She's interacting with me. She's speaking to me. She's reading my comments. People love it. So use people's names as often as you can, but there's a beautiful balance. This is what I see a lot of times when you're starting your live. People will, the whole waiting until people come on has actually stopped. I don't see that as much anymore, which is a beautiful thing. But now what I'm seeing is people will sit there and they will be like, hi, who's here with me today? Tell me in the comments. And then they wait and they read all of these people's names who are putting their name in there. So you could literally sit there and wait for the first minute, minute and a half, 3 minutes sometimes of a live where someone's just saying hi and reading people's names. There has to be a beautiful balance. You do not have to read everyone's names, but acknowledging them here or there, right? Yes, Carmen gets it. See, just use their names and it's beautiful. Now, another thing that we do in the boot camp, and this is a strategy that I teach my ladies, and I'm going to teach it to you today, is the whole thing around praise. I have used praise in my professional life as a coach and as a teacher to move mountains with either people, the women I coach, or with the students I used to teach. It is powerful. Have you ever heard the adage, people work harder for praise than a raise? And it is very true. People will work harder. So what I offer, this little bit of advice, what I do is every day we do a boot camp, we have homework. So I will teach something and then I will give or ask a question. I will ask people to engage with it. Say on day 1, we post that. On day 2, when I go live and people have done their homework, I give them a shout out, right? Like I am reading your comments right now and I am shouting out the people who have taken time out of their day to join me at noon Eastern for this particular training. I think it is extremely important to praise people for the action that they take. So whether that be in your boot camp, whether that be in your network marketing business, whether that be in your program, ladies, infuse praise as often as you can. There is nothing more powerful than being an entrepreneur and having somebody acknowledge the work that you're doing, right? There's a lot of people in our lives who have no clue what we do, right? You turn to your partner. I turn to my husband sometimes and I say, oh, this happened or I did this. And he's like, oh yeah, that's great. Like glassy eyed. But then I go to my girlfriends who are like entrepreneurs and I'm like, this is what happened. They're like, yeah, they're so excited. So people work harder for praise than a raise. So use that to your advantage, not only in your boot camp, but in your program as well. And then keep your energy high. Now you will see I'm a very excitable person. I love to talk with my hands. Now, having been a professional speaker and in my previous career as a teacher, I was an English teacher and a dramatic arts teacher as well. So I help students, right, do performances on stage. When I'm teaching how to speak on stage, when I'm teaching how to speak on a live, the one thing you have to do is keep your energy high. Now, it doesn't mean you have to spin on on your head or light your hair on fire or be juggling while you're doing a live, but you want to have people feel your passion. Have any of you ladies ever seen the movie Ferris Bueller? You can just put yes. Right. Thank you. Thank you, Carmen. Have any of you seen the movie Ferris Bueller? And when that particular history teacher is taking attendance, he's very monotone and he says, he's going through the alphabet and he's taking the attendance and he gets to Bueller, Bueller, Bueller. And he's so monotone, right? There's no passion in that voice. There's no passion in that man. So when you are doing this, I want you to think that sometimes you might think, oh, I have to like kind of really step it up. You might feel personally on this side of the camera that you're overdoing it. But I want you to know that the camera naturally depletes about 20% of your energy. So where sometimes I think I'm like overdoing it or coming off too boastful, the fact of the matter is that you are seeing a different side of me on the camera. So you want to keep your energy high, but it doesn't mean that, you have to be, doing cartwheels or whatever it may be, but you want people to see your passion. And so that might be splitting up what you're doing by telling a story. It might be splitting up what you're doing by using, you can see here, a PDF or something like that. But don't feel that you have to be this crazy extrovert in order to do a boot camp. You don't. People will feel the passion by which you are sharing your products or your program when you are doing your boot camp. I just want you to be reticent and you to be mindful of the fact that people want to be there with you and they want to learn from someone who is passionate and loves what they do. I love using 5-day boot camps before an offer. They are highly, highly profitable. And that's why I come here every Monday at noon to talk about some aspect of it, to share that with you. All right, we're going to go on to the perfect pitch. And I actually have other ways that you can use engagement. So it's qualifying questions, using polls 1 to 10. Yeah, that's okay, Mary. Again, you can be laid back. But the fact of the matter is that I know that you love your products, right? We've had a conversation about your products. I see you on, your social media sharing them, and people will be able to feel that. So, you don't want to be, I always stand when I do a live, the energy just naturally flows. You're grounded. When you're seated, it naturally depletes energy from you. So I encourage you to get up and have your camera at a good eye level, make eye contact with your people, and use the passion that you have to allow people to come into your program. Now, I also have here using emojis, and I talk about that. I use scales from 1 to 10, and I talk about that. And then simple qualifying questions, all right? Questions are powerful. And let's talk about how this relates to your pitch. Now, in the introduction of today, I talked about, this is what I've seen. I've seen boot camps of ladies where they have a beautiful offer at the end. They have done a lot of work to prepare their boot camp, and it comes time to sell, and we get weirded out. Now, I want you to know, and you've heard it, selling is serving. But how do you expect to have a profitable business if you never make an offer? We always think, oh, people are going to think, I'm spammy or I'm salesy. Who cares? It's your business, right? It's your business. So a business, a brick and mortar business would never fill the store with all of their products and have beautiful displays and never open their doors. That doesn't make any sense. You know, you go to your favorite store and the doors are always locked. Nobody is allowed to go in to buy the products. That makes no sense. We would never do it. So why on this side of the of you know this entrepreneurial experience would we think that selling is salesy? That's bullshit. It's not. So what's happening is, remember, you have incredible products or you have a phenomenal program that can change the health and wellness, life, relationship, uh, future, monetary experience of what it is that they're living, and you're not going to share it. You're not going to give people the opportunity to buy it. And that is why you need a perfect pitch. Now, I don't know if you ladies noticed this, but when you went to this particular bootcamp guide free to get this 18-page guide, I offer you my pitch, word for word, what I used to have 10K launches on repeat. It's a $9 value, right? It follows. You can go back and you can see it. But my pitch is not only do I give you the words, but then I tell you the strategy why I'm saying those words. I give you the words and then I tell you the strategy. And I break down my pitch, which has taken me a long time to perfect. I'll tell you that right now. But I am so excited for you to run a boot camp and then have a profitable one that I want to share this with you. So if you don't have it in your hot hands, ladies, today and any day actually is an opportunity for you to buy it for only $9. Now, you'll see here on this free particular guide is one part of the pitch is a lot of people, I will hear them talk about their features. There are such and such hours of video content. There are this many modules. There are, and all of the features that we talk about. Network marketers, I hear you talking about how to get your products for free and compensation plans that are just way beyond people's they can't grasp it. They can't comprehend what is happening. They're just trying to wrap their head around a product. And then we throw, right away, this is how you can get your products paid. This is how you can make a compensation plan. If you share, this is the money you make. And people are just, their minds are blown. And when people are confused, they don't buy. So I don't want you to just talk about your features, right? You do have a number of features in your business. That is fine. Again, once people come in, they have a lifetime to learn them. So while it is important, it's not what's going to convince your people that you and your business are right for them. It's not. You know what is going to convince them? The next point here on that page is to speak to your solution. So your buyers want your solution and they want it right now. There are some of you watching this particular live that want a 5-figure launch in your business right now. Give it to your people, right? Give it to your people. Remember, your ideal clients are the people who are actively searching for your solution. Your ideal client is not someone who kicks the tires, wants the free samples, never buys, comes to your trainings, never comes into your program. That's not your ideal client. Your ideal client is someone who wants the solution you offer right now and is willing to pay for your expertise. That's all there is to it. It's a mindset shift. I have to talk to my ladies about it all the time, but that is what is happening. And we gear our bootcamp towards our ideal clients inside of my academy. All right. So you want to talk about what they will get when they complete your course or they take your products for, 30 days, right? What is that ultimate outcome? That should be part of your pitch. I've actually had someone who I went to her bootcamp. This is a couple of years ago. And she talked about, she started to talk about her features. And one of the features she said, and I was all in, I was ready to buy. And she said this to me and I walked away. She said, we have 10 calls a week for the people who come into the program. We have 10 calls a week. And I thought, how the hell am I going to attend 10 calls a week? That's ridiculous. But she talked about it like it was a good thing. And I see it as I could never attend 10 calls. If she talked to her solution, if she had turned that and said, we have an unbelievable support system waiting for you on the inside of our academy, where we have someone who can answer your questions about this, and this, I would have bought. But when she said we have 10 calls a week, I thought, there's no way I can do it. I can't be part of this program. And I left. So you can see the difference between talking about your support and solution as opposed to your features. Okay. Now, what I do is I give you some actual questions that are the best questions that are inside my pitch that I ask all the time to get people really thinking. Remember, your job as a coach, ladies, whether it's coaching into network marketing products and business or coaching into your program, is to move people out of their comfort zone and give them the opportunity and the support to make that next move. We are not here to placate people and just say, let's just stay stuck in our business and our life for another 6 months. That's not your job as a coach. Your job is to move the right people through the sales psychology process to lead them to your business. That's your job, because once they come into your business, it's your job to coach them to success. So it's the same thing. You coach people to success in your program. Why would you not do the same thing in your bootcamp and in your pitch? It makes no sense. So what happens is, again, we talk about, don't just talk about your features. This is one of the questions that I love. And I want you to pose this the next time you're making an offer, whether it's on a Instagram story, or whether it's on a Facebook Live, or whether it's in your Facebook group. I want you to get to and ask people, think about what will happen when they don't join you right now. Nothing makes me more sad as a coach to watch people watch me doing my boot camps, knowing they want to do them and they don't do them, and the week passes. And then that week turns into a month, and that month passes. And then that month turns into 3 months and 6 months. And we're all moving forward, and that person is stuck. So I want you to get your people in the mindset that, do you really want to be stuck in your business for another 3, 6, 9, 12 months? Or in your health and wellness journey for the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months? Whatever it is that they're looking for, whatever solution that you offer, think about what will happen right now if they don't join. And then this whole page is powerful questions that are littered throughout my pitch in order to move the right people through the psychology of sales and into my beautiful program where I know I can change your business. And the same thing for you. You know, your products can change their health and wellness, or their energy, or their sleep, or their thyroid, or their gut, whatever it may be. And you know your program can alleviate business follies and all kinds of things. So you need to be on point with your pitch, and you have to treat it as an entity in itself in your bootcamp. And this is why I'm helping you do this. And now we're talking about content that converts, but I'm going to actually save that for subsequent weeks because I'm over my time. I usually like to keep it to a half an hour on Mondays. And this is a lot of information to take in. So we've talked about having a winning strategy, having that beautiful offer that people want to take you up. It's a no-brainer. We talked about engagement. That's the beautiful thing about a 5-day boot camp or challenge or whatever you want to call it, or a 3-day or a 4-day, or however long you want to do your boot camp for. The fact of the matter is you are live. So people get to see you, they get to hear you, they get to see the voice and the face behind the brand. They get to experience you as a coach. And then they get to make that beautiful decision to either move forward with you or not. Either way, it's a beautiful decision, ladies. It's a beautiful decision. So you want to have that human connection inside your boot camp. That's why they're irresistible. That's why they're profitable. That's why they work. Where you can take someone who has never met you to someone who buys from you in 5 days or less, that is powerful. And this whole piece right here, this engagement piece, is what helps move the needle. And then we talked about your pitch, right? Don't leave your pitch to just, oh, thanks, Karen. Don't leave, I love you too. Don't leave your pitch to just be, I have something really great. And, if you'd like, you can like DM me or let's stand in our power, right? And let's offer a solution to the people who desperately need it, right? Let's do that for people. Let's be bold and confident enough to offer our business so that we can start to change more lives. Entrepreneurs make the world a better place. And it all starts with all of you that are watching, either on the live or the replay. Now, remember, when you go and you get this particular free guide, you have the option after you download it to get the pitch that I have word for word. I think it's 7 or 8 pages typed where I actually walk you through the pitch, and then I give you the strategy behind it, the psychology behind it, the strategy behind it. And it's there for you for $9. It's a $9 buy so that you can turn around and make a 10K profit. And I'm not it's my exact word for word pitch. It's not like I take things out and I've kept it. It's all there for you. So the more you get to know me, the more you'll know that, what you see here, ladies, is what you get. And what I tell you I'm going to offer to you, I do. So you can pick up your guide that I just went through today and your perfect pitch right there for you at this particular link. And next Monday, noon Eastern, I'm going to walk you through the rest of this guide. So content that converts. How do yes, it's great. Okay. I have great products and I have a great program. And Lori says to, do a lot of all of these, have engagement. But now what do I actually teach on those days? That's going to be next Monday. So you want to be back here at noon Eastern to watch live, say hello in the comments with me, or you want to watch the replay because all of these particular videos and all of these trainings sit in the guide section in this particular group. So you are in the right place if you want to know how to blow your business out of the water with 5-day bootcamp. So big love and hugs to all of you today. Thank you for being here. I'm going to see you again soon. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments after you get your guide. Big love and hugs. Take care.